there's a large population of straight women who have never achieved orgasm. Some who don't even know it because they get like the, you know, the small ones, you know, the little. Yo, welcome back to the More or Less podcast. Ooh,
More or less.
we see you. What's up? Welcome back. Thank you for joining us yet again. So you're gonna see we done made some changes. Find us on the YouTube. We got the information in the bio. And if you're watching here, you already in the right place. What's good? So you know how we start. We starting with our stereotypes.
Yeah.
Listen, as usual, y'all are the bomb. And so the stereotype we have. Some people believe that there's no more gay hate in the workplace. We have to look at that a little closely. What say ye? What's your experience? This is corporate cat right here. Tell us what it is.
I mean, I would say it's gotten better.
Okay.
But definitely it has not disappeared from the workplace. Oh, it's there.
Oh.
It is there.
Okay.
You know, I hear people say all the time, oh, I gotta be me, I'm gonna be real, go on this interview, they don't like me for who I am. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Okay. Go on there, present yourself as, you know, pass. Okay. When you get the job and you get there, then you can be you. But I'm telling you, over the years, I have heard some of the most derogatory things after an interview. I remember about 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And I was new to the company. A trans had came in, it was a trans female for an interview. And they made fun of her so bad behind her back. Like they would go out and be like, yeah, let me get this manager, I'm gonna have them interview you. And then they would come back and go out. And at the time I was, I wouldn't say I wasn't comfortable with myself, but I wasn't out at the job either. You know, I had the long hair, so I was passing at the time. And but I was angry because I was listening to what they were saying and how if this young lady had known what was going on,
She'd be hurt.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah, very much.
Wow.
So.
And especially in a professional setting, you just don't expect that.
You wouldn't expect
You
that,
wouldn't,
but
right.
I mean that's just like the black-white thing. You say, oh, it's equal opportunity in the workforce. No, it's not. It's the same thing.
And depending on what job you want.
That's true.
Depending on what job, they'll let you clean the floors and they'll let you work the phones and do customer service and all that stuff. But when it comes to management, I believe it's exactly what you said when you talked the last week about coming into an interview and presenting yourself as what you know they are looking for so that you can secure your bag.
Right.
And then you be like, oh, by the way, super gay. Like, period. That's just what it is.
It is what it is.
I'm already here and I'm already doing fantastic work.
But I will say though, I don't think everybody gets that X. There is a difference. White males, I think, get a pass.
That's true. I can attest to that.
You probably see them a whole lot in corporate or upper levels.
Yeah, being openly gay.
Oh yeah, openly
like having
gay.
a whole husband, maybe even bringing the husband to the mixer.
Right.
Vacation retreats.
That's true.
Yeah,
Well,
facts.
yeah,
but you don't see it much with the blacks. That's true. And even me working in a regular like corporate type setting, I felt uncomfortable saying like my wife, my girlfriend, my fiance. So even somebody asks like, oh, what are your plans for the whatever? I'd be like, yeah, we because you just never know, and you never know what people's true belief systems are, because now people know how to keep it real politically correct and will be hating hardcore. Without having the gall, I would say something else, but the gall to say it to your face.
That's true.
Like you said, with the trans female. What about you?
Man, it looks, like y'all said, it looks a little. It's still there. The hate is there because inevitably, what's inside of you has to come out. You know what I mean? So if it's in there, you're trying to suppress it for the sake of work. We feel it. We feel it. We see the looks. We see that. So whether you don't speak, you're not bold enough to speak your feelings.
Come on.
It always comes out. My experience with it in my my present job is they don't know what to do with it, and I work with a lot of religious people. Religious people are the fucking worst. I'm just saying. I work with a lot of religious people, so all that Bible and all that shit comes out, and then so. But they're trying to love.
Tell the truth. No, tell the truth.
But
You ain't talking about me.
But they call themselves like we're supposed to love everyone, but deep down inside, you look at us like we're an abomination or something. So I feel the energy, totally. Like you can't fake energy. But what irks me is like every gay kid that comes into the school, they automatically assume I'm supposed to be linked with that kid. That shit aggravates the shit out of me. So if any of my coworkers, any of my coworkers that are watching, I'm not the voice.
You're a teacher too. You should know what to deal with them. Just because they're gay, they don't need different treatment.
So automatically, you would be a good fit with substance. No, then I don't identify with them.
I would be aggravated as a parent.
Just offer get to know the kid first. You might be a good fit to mentor or guide that child.
Wow.
So those things, and that comes from when you don't understand something, you fear it typically, and you don't, and you just want to push it off to get. So that's what it makes me feel like you don't understand. You don't want to take the time to understand. So you just want to throw them to me because and I ain't never even told you I was gay in the first place. You don't know anything.
Assuming.
You don't even know anything because I haven't told too much of anything. But
wow,
that's what I deal with, and then you have to deal with. I'm sure we've all been there. When you're at work, why people tend to smash their coworkers? Because you're around that coworker so much. Like most of your day, truly, you're with those people, right? And you're gonna start to develop attractions, or you're liable to smash your coworker. You're with them all day, and then you go home and you're with your partner like 2 hours a day, right? So all that.
I'm not smashing you.
Me either.
But I get it. That's how I ended up in my relationship.
Well, we was already together, and then we started working together. At both times, I've worked with both my wife. We worked together at some point, but we were together first, and then my ex.
Smashed a coworker. But look at
we were already dating before we became coworkers, though.
Okay, but what I'm trying to say is that's when it comes out. The people that been secretly gay on the inside, next you know, I got me a lesbian coworker, and then you be getting the most hate from that one because they're suppressing who they are on the inside. But then at the end of the day, next you know, at a drunk freaking
they say something gay
work party, y'all smashing in a hotel room on a retreat. Like stop playing like that.
Your workplace is lit.
No,
okay,
that happened though.
That's for real.
That I've had to have the same company. One of the other people in management was like one of the just kept going off on gays this, gays that. And I just want to be like, bitch, you gonna shut the fuck up. But it was like probably like a month later after us working together. She was like, so what you doing after work? So you know what that means.
You want to talk? You want to talk some gay?
Oh yeah, we smashed.
You gotta give it to them because you have to give it to them.
Yeah.
Like them homophobes typically, you gotta give it to them. You gotta smash them just because you gotta smash them to let them know.
So they can't hate no more. Like you've been had. You have been had.
You gotta feel dumb right now.
I'm not straight no
Most
more.
homophobes.
I'm not straight no more. Never was.
Most homophobes.
And he's still gay.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's true.
Most homophobes is because it's a secret desire and they're too afraid to, let out what's truly in them. So they hate and they throw it like,
That's
most
true.
homophobes,
That's
like
true.
the whole church thing, like I swear, they be in there hating, okay, you going there. I'm like, you dream about us at night. You know what I mean?
At night.
Masturbate to us. Like, you be wild right now.
Can we say masturbate on?
Yeah. I think we can. It's a technical term. It's a technical term. We in Phlebis. We in Phlebis, right? We in health class. We in health class. We got the cost.
We gonna put one
This is the Peter Pop off of the group. But that's absolutely real. Like that's absolutely true. Or they're so restricted in their own lifestyle. That's what I see with a lot of religious people. You in raggedy marriages that you hate. You married somebody as a cover or because you felt it was the right thing, and now you're miserable. And you see these people living so free, and they're in love, and they're da 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 da, and it's like, but they're gay. It's an abomination. It's perverted. Like. No, what's an abomination is the fact that you and your wife don't talk to each other, and you got armor bearers that you're sleeping with. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. I just needed to. I needed to get that all the
Are we
way
gonna
out.
do a being gay in church?
Whoa!
How they hate us, but we gotta lead their music
We
department.
got to.
because
The
we
church.
are
The church was shut down.
without the gays.
You didn't
Done.
have gays in church, there would be no church.
There
Listen.
won't be no church. No
You ain't
matter
got
how
no
you gonna
music.
get up
You ain't
and
got a choir director.
You won't have no music.
You don't have a pastor.
You won't have no music. Everything gonna be acapella. You won't have no pastor.
Don't lie now. You know 75% of the most, not all, I ain't saying all, I said but a whole lot. Have y'all ever seen them flyers where they having a, what you call a convention or a convocation where y'all see them pastors on the flyers, how they
They
look?
be like,
And I be like, I know damn well.
but then they wife be mad homely. You be like, wait, why you so fabulous? And she looks, what's going on? You have on the makeup, she does not.
Yeah,
You got on the tight pants, and she does not.
she has on no makeup, no jewelry.
I
no
see the
nothing.
creases in your legs. Okay, I low key see a print I don't want to see. But you talking about her skirt is too short. It's crazy. You know what? We gonna move on because we finna dive right in. But that's coming. That's
I
coming.
think what they have to understand is at the end of the day, yes, we're originally church girls. So
Yes,
this
we
shit's
are.
gonna
We
come
can say
out.
all of it.
It's gonna come out.
Yeah, I better check on my life.
Period.
Yeah, I know what
Period.
I'm-
So we speaking from the inside. We are not people who don't believe in God and who just want to hate on the church. No, we're people who have been in, who have been raised in, and who have been able to come out of, or me, still remain in, but see it from a broader scope. So that's what we talking from. We moving on to the next segment. Relationships. My goodness, relationships. What do we have? What do we have? What do we have? Dating bisexuals. That's deep. That's deep. And that came from one of the fans. But it needed to have its own, segment. Relationships. Came from Vatasia J. Woo woo! Dating bisexuals. How do you feel about it? Have you done it? Was it a good experience, bad experience? Are you against it? What's up? You wanna start? Who wanna dive in? Who gonna do it?
Go ahead, sir.
Oh,
Well, okay.
you've been elected.
I have dated a bisexual, but not knowingly in the beginning, not presenting like, hey, yeah, but I'm bi, because it's been my history to not choose bisexual. It's just too much of a challenge. Like you try anything, like I can't trust you around anything. Like you might go for everything. That's just the way it feels to me, and it's nothing bad about bisexual women. It's just a preference of mine. I choose not to deal. I got to already deal with same-sex issues with the lesbian community and the attraction to there and the disrespect and the respecting the boundaries and that aspect. So to have to deal with that also with you potentially
Comparing
like
you to the
men,
opposite sex.
right? Nobody got time for that. So I don't prefer bisexual women. But when a shorty is your first, and when you're a shorty's first female, does that now make her now bisexual? She don't know if she does she know if she's bisexual or
To
not?
be honest with you, I think anybody who slept with a man is bisexual. Because
Oh,
you
and all in
slept
all?
with a man, so if you got kids at some point, hey,
Well,
that's just in my book.
Okay, I'll have to come against that just because.
This is a good one.
So I'm a person. I've been a lesbian since I was a child, like kissing girls, whatever. But coming up, you still, because especially in church, it's preached as what's normal. You still end up having sex with a guy or whatever case may be to either try it or because you believe you're supposed to, or you genuinely like them like a friend. Like now I would befriend a straight male, obviously. But I'm a female, you a male, you think we should be having sex at some point. So you try it, but that's not my jam and has not been since after high school. So I am a lesbian who has had sex with a male before. But I do feel what you're talking about when you meet these women and y'all on the first date and she's like, yeah, I got 3 children. One of them is 4 months old. Girl!
You know,
So,
What?
is there a time frame that justifies? Because I've been with, man, listen, I didn't, shit, sex was just sex at a point, but once it was with women, it became women.
Yeah.
Growing up, no shit.
Right.
My pussy was like free cheese at the church at some point. Like, but that's just the trauma that.
Clutching my pearls.
I'm not trying to fake on every episode.
Yes.
Boy, you gonna pay my
trauma
man for that.
led me in that road.
Right.
And then when I realized my parents were starting to realize that she might be gay, then it was like, oh no, this is my boyfriend, and he my boyfriend, and he
Trying
my
to cover,
boyfriend, and
trying to
that's my
cover.
boyfriend, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah. I had a lot of secrecy in high school because it wasn't accepted and my parents was not for it. So like I was sneaking around. I got a whole long-term girlfriend I had for years in high school, but like it was not okay. Like it was not. So I was hiding it. We was running around, sneaking in, sneaking out. Like you got to do all of that because it's just not accepted, not because you're a bad kid. So I feel that, yeah, just trying
and
to
then
cover.
raised in church or religion and trying to be like, I was a Jesus freak, trying to be uber saved and all of that, and just trying to force myself to.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to get married at one point. I
Me too,
tried
child.
so hard, and that was the most agony. That was my suicidal point. My suicidal point was trying to be with guys and denying my sexuality. So I never tried to cut. 3 times I tried, and it was all due to struggling with sexuality. You know?
Yeah,
I'm glad you brought it up. I'm sure a lot of people go through that.
absolutely.
We keep it hidden, especially in the Black community. But
Absolutely.
you have to talk about it. I mean, a lot of us go through it, so it's not something that you can just look back like that. So we have to bring stuff like that up and talk about it.
Yeah, and do you date bisexuals?
Okay, so my preference is not to date a bisexual person, but I have. And if I do date someone who's bisexual, I don't want somebody who keeps jumping back and forth on the fence.
No, that's right.
Okay, the bisexual
Get off
that
that
I'm gonna date is somebody who, I've dated men before. I got 2 kids, XXXX.
Now I'm not interested.
But now, I'm dating women. Am I attracted to guys? Yeah. I mean, I'm attracted to males.
I get what you about to say.
I think they're handsome or cute. I don't want to be.
Right.
Okay, so this is my you guys said you had sex when you were younger. I had never had sex with a man before.
Purist.
Gold star.
Yeah.
But the reason being is even when I was in high school, I didn't know I was gay. I didn't know I was lesbian. I was attracted to boys. I was boy crazy. But there was always something that was just off. I liked talking to them, being around them. But when it came to having sex, it was like, no, I didn't want to.
Yeah.
Later on, I figured out what. Right.
I'm gay.
Yeah, but I don't mind. So I guess to answer your question, I don't mind dating a bisexual person who is bi in the past. But right now, as long as you're with me, you are with me. And after me, do whatever you want. But if you go to the male,
I ain't never
don't be going
looking
back
at
and
you
forth.
again.
Don't be double dutching.
Period.
Okay? Just stay on one side.
Okay.
So how about this? People assume because we pipe shorties down that makes that girl bisexual. So I don't prefer for a girl to pipe me down.
You know what?
But I definitely want to lay it.
I just
But
explained that.
does that make the girl bisexual? That's something I've had to
you know what?
break down many.
Yeah. That's a part of a question that one of my straight homeboys asked me, and he actually asked for the show. So I mean, since we here, he talked about that and the fact that lesbians oftentimes use toys, things of that nature. He's like, why not get the real thing? I have heard this countless times from straight men who think that having sex with them will no longer make me want females, and I will all of a sudden want them and any other nigga. It don't work like that. It don't work. So what I would say to that is, number one, it's about sexuality is sexuality. When you are in a moment where you have sex with your partner, it is about sensation. It is about what feels good. It is about what brings you to the expected end. Okay, we'll leave it like that because we don't need to be explicit. But so for using toys for a lot of women, particularly lesbians, it's the penetration that feels good. They don't want what is attached as far as a male. And a lot of lesbians cannot actually orgasm from penetration.
Do you know how many straight females I've had?
Have never had an
I've never
orgasm.
had an orgasm before.
Absolutely. And that's
until I was
that's
female.
proven. Oh, there's statistics for that. Like the majority of straight women, well, not majority of straight women. There's a large population of straight women who have never achieved orgasm. Some who don't even know it because they get like the, the small ones, the little, like, and think that they've had an orgasm, and that is not true. So that's one of the reasons that lesbians are lesbians. We know what you got. We got it too. We know what to do with it. So no, it does not mean that they want a man. It means that they want penetration and they still want the female attached to it, but they still want the sensation of penetration. Mm-hmm. And then after that, he asked me, he was like, so is it emotional? Like, you can't, because men oftentimes are not necessarily emotionally connected to the sex, whereas females maybe are. Y'all can answer that for yourself. For me, I said that even for me, sex is not necessarily always emotional, but it's the simple fact that I do not desire what's attached to this. So if it is a male, I'm not even gonna be in the moment enough to receive anything, because it's you. It's you. Like, what is it at?
For me, I would say at the age I am now, it's emotional. Back in my 20s, I probably could do it.
Right.
Smash. But now, if I'm not feeling you, or we're not on that level, no, I can't. I just don't. F-U-C-K. There has to be some emotion behind it.
You better spell that thing out.
After we go to the doctor and get some paperwork, see what's going on, then I'm clear, you're clear, and then we go on. But as far as one night stands or hey, let's go in the corner, I don't do that.
Not the corner. Jesus, that's not convenient for us lesbos. The corner is not convenient, honey. But I feel you, and to the question of bisexuals, I'm with you, where I cannot be with a woman who has done the bouncy thing. So I'm more so in the same situation where I'm with a woman who had been with men previously, but she actually did not discover, like you said, that she identifies herself as lesbian until later in life. Right. So just because you had those experiences, it could be your lack of knowledge of yourself and you trying to fit within the status quo.
So if she got 7 kids and
she ain't got no kids, so I believe her.
No, I'm just saying.
I'm playing. Just because you got kids, it don't mean nothing. It don't mean that.
Do you think, like, if you go out and date a woman who's got 7 kids, they still step
7?
And she says, I'm a lesbian now.
Can we say like 3? Jesus.
5. Can you meet in the middle?
Can you believe them?
Yeah, can you believe
that?
it? Especially if she has a 8-month-old.
Not no 8-month-old.
It's the newness of it.
No, you just tired. You just tired. You just tired of Negroes.
I have a name for that.
What is it?
I call it gay for pay.
My God. They daddies ain't paying, so you think a lesbian will?
Yeah, I'm going to be lesbian because I've ran through all the men and let me try women because I heard they take care of their bitches and the kids. So yeah,
Gay for pay.
Gay for pay.
Whoa.
So you have to be careful with those types.
I'm shook. I'm shook. Like my mind is blown at this point.
I'm sure we've all seen them. You're like, now you've been all these years. You've been talking about male, and bam, you pop up with
a girl. What? Girl, bye. You got sick. Right, you been hurt. You been hurt, but that don't mean that you just never gonna be with another dude. But don't be wasting our times, our little feelings, and our little emotions. And now we got a raggedy experience with you. And so now you got real lesbians up here like, well, will men treat me better? Like, no, let's stop the confusion. Be what you are, and do not attribute bad behavior to gender.
Right.
That is an issue. Like, I even heard a young girl who was like, she was like, I'm talking about young, like she's in school. And she was like, yeah, this girl broke my heart. We were liking each other. And then she popped up with a boyfriend the next week. She was like, I'm never going to date another girl again. I was like, baby, no, you can't. Don't make a whole life decision off that one person. Right. So if you gay, you gay. If you straight, you straight. That's what it is. But
if you buy, you buy.
If you buy, you buy. We just probably not going to fool with you.
I got one question, though. One question before we move on. Now, it's easy for a woman to say, hey, I used to date men, but now I only date women. What about males? What if a guy says, hey, I used to date guys, but now I'm just straight women? Is he still bisexual?
They don't give the fellas
they don't give guys.
But you know what?
Guys don't get a pass. That's messed up.
Hold up. Au contraire, they do it in the church.
Oh, yeah.
In the church, women will marry a man who they know has had relationships with men because he's saying, I am delivered. or he is saying,
He's been delivered.
He's saying he's putting it away. And they will marry them. So in the church, they seem to be a whole lot more forgiving if you're willing to lie and say that you got delivered. But in the real world, where we really think through things and we pay attention to science and we pay attention to facts. Yeah, when we look at what you're attracted to is what you're still attracted to.
Yeah, they're still gay. You see people all the time be like, oh, I don't do that.
Or bisexual.
Yeah.
Your elder husband is bisexual, ma'am, and we are so sorry to inform you that he is not an ex-gay, because there's just not a such thing. I'm so sorry that somebody sold that to you. I'm sorry. So yeah,
I think
you're absolutely right. It's not the same for men.
When it comes to sexuality, the bottom line is there's no reason to fight what's natural to you. Why fight it? Whatever it is that you are, be that. Not based off of what somebody tells you or what somebody preaches to you or what somebody, like, none of that matters. You have to dig inside of who you are and what you are and be true to who you are. So if, you know what I mean, if it's being gay, if it's being bisexual, some people, like, at the end of the day, you probably are attracted to, it doesn't matter. You're probably attracted to souls. You know, whether it comes in male format, female form, you're probably just attracted to souls. It has nothing to do with the physical.
Absolutely.
And that soul may come.
And that's where pansexual comes in, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I like Janelle Monáe, and like she's like,
Right.
it doesn't matter what comes, even if it's transgender or whatever. Like, if she loves your soul, she loves your personality, whatever case it be, like, it's open. It's possible.
But you gotta be true to who you are.
Absolutely.
Like, just accept who you are.
Yeah, it shouldn't be deceptive.
Because it's you've effed up if you're jacked up because someone has preached to you and you're going to this cult every single Sunday or whatever it is that you're doing, and for that reason you're gonna fight to be straight even though you're attracted to the same sex. So you're gonna fight it because that book says so, and that you.
But it actually didn't in its original form. We'll talk about that later.
Those are their words. That's what they hang on to. That book
Somebody
says
put that
this,
in
and that book says that. So I'm gonna fight it, and then you're suppressing who you are, and then you're getting involved with people all broken and confused. So and then you wonder why shit's just all jacked up in your world because you're not true to who you are.
Yeah.
And it starts right there with your sexuality. How do you identify yourself? Where's your
and then we wonder how them relationships turn out mad toxic.
Right, because you're
you
a
don't
whole
wanna be with the other person.
facade. Like you're
Both of
a
y'all
whole
fake.
fake.
Both of you.
So it can't be nothing but toxic and filled with anger and rage and suppression and confusion. That's what you've come in with. That's what you
you're
have
dealing
offered.
with on the inside.
True.
What's inside is always going to come out.
True. That's so true. So yeah, it comes down to we do not particularly date currently bisexual women. It needs to kind of be a thing of your past, or at least you not fooling with it while you with us. Yeah. And then with men, we do not think it's fair that they cannot live in their bisexuality and be able to be honest about that. But that also means women, you are going to have to be clear about what your boundaries are. If you are a straight woman and you want a male who is not attracted to males, that needs to now be part of the conversation. It needs to be part of the conversation. So do that, sis, and you going to be all right. Watch the signs. Watch the signs. More or less. Watch. You got to watch. Yo, we going to move on to the next segment, which is, I know you've been waiting. It's the fan favorite question of the week. Fan favorite question of the week. Fan favorite question of the week. Oh, fan favorite question of the. It's the question. I cannot. We done went into a whole booty box. We done went into a whole booty box. Listen. We all the way up. We all the way up. You can't. You all the way up. We up here in the rooftop. Yo. So, fan favorite question of the week was, let me look at my Rolodex. Ooh. So, how do studs / masculine presenting women feel about being referred to with masculine pronouns? So if somebody's like him or bro or sir. That is there, sir. Like, how do studs or masculine presenting women feel about people using those types of pronouns with them? Tell me what you think.
As far as me, and I don't speak for everybody because I know everybody have their own preference. But as far as me in my house, please don't refer to me of anything as masculine.
Come
right?
on.
I am a she, her, ma'am, mizam, miseries. I've been all them, but
All of
don't
them.
please. No, I do know sometimes in the setting I may look like a mister, and people get confused. I will not correct them. I'll let them go on because I know it was a mistake. But no, it's a no for me.
Gotcha.
For me.
So if you see it's intentional, like if it's somebody who's familiar with, like, say somebody in your workplace who know good and well,
I'm a damn woman.
you a female.
I was like, bitch.
Correct it.
No, you know what I actually do is I call them the same thing and see how they like, and then look at them like,
Oh.
yes, sir, ma'am. I mean,
They get
Sir,
it.
ma'am.
Sir, ma'am.
sir, ma'am.
I like that. Okay, Kat said don't do it. She's a lady.
I'm a lady.
Period. What say you, sir?
I don't like it at all. Like, I don't like it. Don't call me daddy.
Oh, wait. Oh, really?
I can't.
Daddy?
No.
Oh, Poppy?
Listen,
Oh.
I know.
I have a different opinion here.
I know.
Hate it.
Love it. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm smashing this chick, and she calls me daddy. And I know the joint ain't real, but I swear that joint went limp. I got up and all kinds of frustration. And I'm like, yo, don't ever call me that again. Like, for real. I don't like to be referred to as daddy, bro.
Don't call me mama.
I don't like to be. Now, like, when we joking around and, bruh done got popular. Like, bruh. There may be moments like that happens in school. My kids are so disrespectful. They like, nah, bruh. I be like, girl. And they get, I ain't no girl, I ain't no bruh. Like, yo. You know
Y'all got the same method.
Yeah.
I see that. Okay.
Exactly.
You got to choose the same.
It works for all ages.
But no, I don't like to be referred to as a bro. And I know, like, in the gay community, that happens a lot. Studs among other
Homies.
yeah.
Is that
yo,
different
bro.
to y'all?
What?
Like amongst your friends, like they call you bro or
I don't like it at all.
okay.
I don't like it at all. And but I don't get all bent out of you know what I mean? I'm not getting bent out of shape. If it becomes to a point where I know that you assume that I'm your brother, then I'm gonna have to say, look, I really don't like, but because we joke around and be like, bro. You know what I mean?
Well, it's just like males who be like, girl.
True.
They say girl to everything, when they're among themselves, they be like, girl.
Straight men say girl?
No, gay men.
Oh, I was about to say, wait.
Or she did this, or she did
True,
this.
of course. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
They may refer to it then, but
That's true.
for me, no.
That's
Even
true.
with other gay, lesbian females, no.
Yeah. It's not so much of a thing for me. I don't think I've ever been called male. Now I'm not gonna lie, since I am tall and I'm, I don't think it's husky. Whatever. It's what you think. I think. So I have heard, they didn't say it to me, but I have heard that someone questioned if I was a transgender because of my body type. So, but they obviously didn't say it to me. I wouldn't have been.
Cute trans.
I think I'd be a cute boy too, but that ain't my desire. but yeah, so for me, it doesn't happen so much. But no, I would not like it if I'm dressed as my, on a regular, bro, that type of day, and I look like a male. If you slip up, cool. But yeah, no, I do not prefer it. Now, among homies, I have been called bro. I even have straight female friends who, when we're around each other, I'm the dude of the group type thing. So, and I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. I grew up with all brothers, so I practically kind of grew up like I was one of the fellas. So I don't mind it. So just make sure whoever you're talking to, see what their preference is.
Yeah, their preference.
Be respectful to their preference. Right. Now,
I don't like to be called bitch either. Or call
I
my
do not like
friends
that.
bitches. Like,
yeah.
I don't.
But females
all my
wear it
friends
out.
bitch.
Like
Yeah,
femmes or
that
straight
bitch,
females.
I don't like that. Don't call me a bitch.
That's
Bitch,
true.
you did a bitch.
No, I don't like
Is you
that. I don't
bugging?
like that. I don't like that either. Yeah, I don't like it. So don't do that. What was the other one? Oh, would we, as masculine presenting women and lesbians, would we date a stud or still? I can say very quickly, absolutely not. I like hyper feminine, like Barbie type women. So that's a no for me.
No for you? I'm attracted to feminine women.
Okay.
Or, I could do a little basketball player, feminine woman. But I don't want someone that looks like me. And there's nothing wrong with people who do. You like who you like. But for me, it's a no. But you never know.
Yeah. You kind of like, I prefer a bad bougie bitch. But,
you said you don't like being called that.
I don't like being called that.
Oh, but you do.
No. I don't like being called that. Like, yo, bitch, da-da-da. And I want to call my shorty. Yo,
God.
Yo, so let me tell you what Tiny did. That bitch, I don't like that, and I don't like that reference.
Okay,
but when I'm talking about general bitches, them is some general bitches. So, like, I prefer a bad and bougie bitch, right? But I found myself in a situation with like a stimish type, situation. That was pretty interesting. And then I was so fiended out to be in the get. This is funny as hell. I was so fiended out to get a girl once I was like 18. Like fuck that. I kissed my first girl, and my world was turned out. So I'm like, I need sex, but I was so aggressive.
Because the lips were soft and stuff.
I got so aggressive that turned her off because she thought she was on a conquest to turn me out, right? So I had found myself in a situation trying to be gay so bad. Now mine is 90, so I'm trying to be gay so bad that my first was like a nigga. Like it was a.
Well, him. She called him a surveil.
It was a nigga, and that's how we had to break up. I'm like, listen, we so much alike. You like girls. I like girls. Nigga, what you trying to say? You a AG now, nigga? I was like, yeah, I think I might be an AG. A straight nigga. Like it was a big nigga too. Like big.
Hey,
it was a big nigga. And it blessed my heart.
My God.
Right after it was just so fucking weird.
Deep. That's deep. I can't imagine.
So my first, it didn't feel like a first experience. I had to go and get me a short.
Yeah, you needed a do-over.
And, yeah, I did a do-over, and it was like
you was almost gay for
stars.
Okay, you almost gay for pay.
Right, I was feeding, like, yo, you gonna have to do.
You was almost gay for pay.
You gonna have to do.
You was gonna be a housewife out here in these streets. Yo, she's gonna have an apron, have an updo, everything. Ooh, that was gonna be funny, child.
Marcel curls.
Come on, Marcel.
Because I kept getting turned down. Bitches ain't want to be my first. I was like, yo, I found myself in a very depressive situation. I'm like, yo,
I want to be gay so bad.
Eat me.
We'll be back after this.
Cut. No, I'm playing. Yo, it's freedom of speech up in this piece right here. Ain't nobody telling us what we can post, what we can't post, and you know what I'm saying? Don't be reporting that because we coming for you. We keeping it real. And you know you are entertained. Are you not entertained? So, yo, this has been the More or Less podcast for this week. Thank you so much for joining us. And I ain't even say it at the beginning. This is your girl Sub. This is your girl Kat. This is your girl Wit. Join us. You see us busting out the content. So comment, like, share, subscribe to the YouTube so you can get notifications when these are coming out. Because the topics are coming hot. And if something we're talking about makes you think of a question, you need to be able to put that joint in real time so we can get it in the next week. So we want y'all to be involved. And if there's one of these topics that you think you could probably speak to, then we'll talk to you and see if maybe it's a situation where you on the show as well. We're gonna start bringing on some of the fans so we can talk about some of this stuff, because we got some stuff to talk about, y'all. So thank you for joining us. We love you. And what say ye?